Hello et bonjour à tous. Je suis Jennifer Purdy, pardon. Je suis un médecin de famille. Je suis une ancienne combattante avec les forces canadiennes. J'ai passé 23 ans avec eux autres. Puis je suis un petit entrepreneur et je suis aussi une agriculteuse. I suis aussi a leader. So my name's Jen Purdy. I am a family doc. I am a veteran, 23 years in the regular armed forces. I am a small business owner. I have my own little clinic in Canada, and then I'm also a farmer. As a leader, I've led people in the military, but I've also led medical teams as well. So I grew up in Canada. I went to Stephen Leacock Public School and the Earl March High School, and then I went away to go to university, ended up joining the military and serving across the country. So in 2015, my husband, Bill Whalen, and we bought a farm in Dunrobin. And so in 2018, I retired from the military and I opened up my own little practice here in Canada. So that's a little bit about me. Oh, I should also say since April 2020, I've been working at the COVID Assessment Clinic on Moody Drive. So it's possible that I may have met some of you. If you had a cold or a sniffle and you needed to be tested for COVID, I always try to be gentle. So, but we may have met there. So which party do I represent? I represent the Green Party of Canada. And why do I represent the Green Party of Canada? So 2018, the major report came out around the world about climate change and what was going on, and that was getting a little bit worse. And so I waited for a few months. I waited for the federal government to say, whoa, we've got something serious going on. Let's take a team-based approach and let's work on getting a solution. But they didn't do that, and instead they bought a pipeline. And in 2019, I approached the Green Party of Canada. I emailed them and said, hey, I'd like to run. And that's how I ended up running as a candidate in 2019. And I actually came to W. Erskine Johnson for a little panel we had with all the candidates in 2019. So, and that's why I'm in the Green Party. Things I like about the Green Party is, of course, we really focus on climate change, but we also focus on things that will help people to be healthier and to be well and to be relatively happy, right? So we are evidence-based, and I'm an evidence-based doctor, so it's a great fit. What does that mean? Evidence-based means that hopefully somebody somewhere has done some research that suggests that how you treat somebody, if we're talking medicine, how you treat them, there's research that suggests that's the best way to do it. And if we're talking about evidence-based policies or ideas with the Green Party, for example, pharmacare, free medicine. When if you need medicine, it's paid for by the federal government. This was an idea that started in the 1940s, even before we had publicly funded medicine. And publicly funded medicine means when you see your doctor, you don't have to pay to see your doctor. Okay. So pharmacare is an evidence-based solution that most countries with free medicine that offer free medicine, they already have a free medication to give, that people can have if they need it. And we don't have that. Other evidence-based ideas are things like, subsidized or childcare, where the federal government pays a fair amount, or the provincial government pays a fair amount to help out with the cost of childcare, guaranteed livable income, and basic dental care for people who don't make that much money. Those are examples of evidence-based ideas that we should be doing in this country. So, biggest issue for the Green Party, of course, it is climate change, right? Climate change is getting worse. In August of this year, another report came out from around the world, called an international report called the IPCC report, and it said that climate change is basically a code red. We need to do something about it, right? And again, we didn't hear much in terms of announcements from the federal government, which is a little bit concerning. But we have an election now, so this is a chance for people to choose differently and to pick perhaps a different team to help us combat climate change, take positive action on that, which we can if we all work together, and then also take better care of people too, like the pharmacare, child care, guaranteed livable income, looking after people in long-term care as well, and improving the working conditions for people who work there and for people who live there. All these things are possible. Specifically though to climate change, I was getting off topic. I'm sorry about that. I'm very passionate about what I do. But specifically to climate change, two relatively easy things that we could do basically immediately would be to canceled this really big pipeline, cost billions of dollars, and it's actually behind schedule, and it's costing a lot more than we were told it was going to cost. And it's the pipeline they want to build is going to go through areas where First Nations people live, and it's their traditional areas, and they do not want it going there. So out of respect, and out of practicality as well, for all kinds of reasons, and for climate change reasons, we should be canceling that pipeline. And that's what the Green Party wants to do, number one. And number two, we want to cancel oil and gas subsidies. So a subsidy is kind of like a free, really big allowance. Okay, really big in terms of billions of dollars. I think it was $19 billion last year, maybe, to oil and gas. Oil and gas, yes, right now we need some oil and gas to run our cars, but oil and gas industry is making a lot of money by making climate change a lot worse. So we should at least be canceling the really big allowances that the federal government is giving them. So that is the other big piece. And then we have a lot of other ideas that we want to do to help, undo the significant amount of risk that climate change is bringing. So we can help address climate change while we take care of people, because it's so important to take care of people. One last thing I want to talk about is teamwork. If you or your parents have been listening to the debates in Kanata-Carleton for this election, I seem to be the only person who talks about working together with people from other parties. So yes, I'll work, of course, with other people who belong to the Green Party, but I think, the Green Party, we are committed to working with everybody, whether they're Liberal, Conservative, NDP, Bloc Québécois, it does not matter. We've all got great ideas, but for something as important as climate change, we can get there so much faster in terms of addressing it if we work together, if we work ethically, which means doing the right thing even when nobody's watching us. We can do the right thing for Canada. Okay? So anyways, thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.